What is going on, everyone on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back to you guys with another video from the Millennial Motivation Entrepreneur YouTube channel. First and foremost, before we get going, if you're new to the channel and looking to join an awesome network of like-minded individuals, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button below and hitting that notification button. That way you'll be notified every time we go live or upload another video in the near future. And then, of course, check out our totally free group chat. It's through Discord. If you don't know what Discord is, it's an app. Go ahead and download the app, then hit the link down in the description box, and it'll take you right to our group chat with about 90 to 100 members in there. So if you're looking to just join another network of like-minded individuals just looking to achieve financial freedom and all that good stuff, definitely just check us out there. It's the easiest way to get a hold of me too, but my social media is also down there as well. But we'll just hop right in this video, guys. I've talked about this topic a couple months ago whenever I first found out, I think it was in March or April, that these micro e-mini futures would be coming out. CME Group obviously released these, back at the beginning of May, so just over a month ago now. And you guys know that I have not actually been personally trading myself for about the last 2 months now, as me and my fiance agreed that we just need to kind of pile up cash until after the birth of our new baby girl comes here in the next month or two. She's due in August, so we're just piling up money right now. But lately I've been wanting to kind of dive in and see exactly how much you can make with these e-mini futures. So I'll be kind of going back and forth between CME Group and the Tastyworks platform once this one logs me back in, apparently. So what I was doing is I wanted to see, okay, how much does /MES, which is the S&P E-mini, micro E-mini, it's going to take a while to adjust to that term, micro E-mini future. I wanted to see how much it would cost just to buy one. So, for example, which I would not be buying going into tomorrow FY because the market was up about 1% overall. I look for a decent little pullback here in the next couple days. We could literally go over, actually, I was taking a look at it, big picture from the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. So if we pull up ES here, what I have pulled up right now is the monthly chart. Overall, we've been really choppy over the last year or two, obviously, but if we just go in and look at the daily chart, which is what I like to look at the most, you can see that we have just kind of hit this little, what I like to call a little unnecessary boner in the market, where obviously we've been tanking over the last, roughly 2 to 3 weeks, maybe not quite 3 weeks, but about 2 weeks, and now all of a sudden we just kind of made a little V. I look for us to get rejected right around 2885 to 2900 on the S&P 500. So it'll be interesting to see kind of if we can break through. If we break through 2900 again, then I do believe that we could go ahead and maybe retest 3000 before all said and done, but I don't look for that to happen. I think this is just a little dead cat bounce, and that will eventually continue to head back down. The market has literally shown time and time again that it does not want to go through 3,000. So I look for us here in the near future to make a new 24-month low, which would mean under 2,400 before long. It'll probably take at least a month or two to play out, maybe even longer, but I think we're going to make our next leg down in this continued bear market. I'm calling it a bear market already. I think the bull market is over, but that'd be a nice debate for a future video, maybe, or a future live stream on Facebook or something. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments if this bull market is over or not. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. So when I was going over to Tastyworks just to see how much this cost, you can see super low commissions and fees as always with Tastyworks. I don't think they have the absolute cheapest. I actually had a Ninja Trader pulled up in my email, which apparently they're not going to show it now, so I'm not going to show you guys my email, of course. But theirs is slightly cheaper, but it's kind of a not really the best platform in my opinion. You have to like lease their platform and whatnot. It's free right now for 3 months, apparently, if you sign up, and you can trade with as little as like $400, $50 margins for these e-mini contracts or micro e-mini. But just doing it the right way. I like Tastyworks platform. You guys know I've been preaching on Tastyworks as a great platform for a while. If you're interested in Tastyworks and like wondering how their commissions work, I believe I have a link in the description that, like, if you click it, it will literally show you a layout of how it all works. But as you can see, super cheap still. You're talking $137 per side. I believe it's per side, and when I say per side, I mean Whenever you buy, you're going to pay $1.37, and then I believe you also pay $1.37 once you close your position. I may be wrong on that. It might just be $1.37 for the whole trade, but I believe it is for both sides. So let's just say it's going to cost you roughly $2.75 essentially per trade, per leg that you buy. So total ends up being right around $695. And so I was like, okay, let's just say, for example, let's go based on Friday's movement, which obviously Friday, we're looking at this one up here that's highlighted in yellow. Obviously Friday was an abnormal day. The market usually does not move 1% on a day-to-day basis, but we had some news with possible trade news with Mexico, I believe, or something like that caused the market to kind of go back up short term very well, overall up about 1%. So we had a 32-point movement. So you might be wondering, okay, so what does that mean to me? So what you need to do is you scroll down here and we'll just take a look at how much you would make essentially. So each tick, not point, each tick you're going to make $1.25 per contract, where you see that dollar value per tick. So this is for the micro E-mini S&P 500 all the way on the left. So $1.25 per tick. Each tick is a quarter, 0.25. So for every full point, you're going to make $5 essentially. So you're trying to sit there and calculate, okay, based on my fees and my commissions, how much do I need to be quote unquote in the profit before I'm actually making money, right? Because that's the whole point. You have to cover your cost basis. You have to cover your 275 or whatever it was that we said it was. Yeah, 275. So pretty much you need a half a point move to break even, which is not bad. I know on TD Ameritrade it ends up being, I think, a full point or two maybe before you actually cover your trading costs. So I definitely think Tastyworks is by far one of the best platforms for trading these micro E-mini futures. That's just my opinion. Like I said, there is NinjaTrader as well that offers super cheap commissions, as well as Interactive Brokers, I believe, as well. I haven't used Interactive Brokers or NinjaTrader. I was looking into both, but I'm just sticking with Tastyworks just because, I mean, it's still super cheap at the end of the day. You're talking half of a point. Put that into perspective. Like we said, it moved 32 points. Go back here. It moved 32 points on Friday, 32 whole points. So 32 times $5 per point, that's roughly $160. Minus our, let's just round up and say $3 in commissions, you made $157 essentially on Friday. So when you're thinking about it, $157 of profit divided by roughly, what was it, $695 for the one contract, that means you made 22% on Friday. So I mean, that is why buying into these futures, no matter if you're a short, a long, any of that, why would you buy into just SPY or VOO, which is the Vanguard index, of course, or not index, but the Vanguard ETF or index fund, something like that. They're S&P 500 ETF, essentially. Like, why would you just buy this? 1%. Go back to SPY. I believe it was up about 1% as well. Like, why would you just invest to simple ETFs that are just garbage, by the way? I mean, they're good if you're an options trader and whatnot, but to just simply buy and hold, it's just garbage. Like, I mean, the overall market has been at a standstill. It's actually down about 1 or 2% now in the last 15 months. So, I mean, you're losing money by just keeping your money in these ETFs right now. It's just garbage. Like, instead of doing that, why not be an active, quote-unquote, trader? You don't even have to be a real trader. Like, you could literally just buy a dip. Because we all know every time the market goes down multiple days in a row, like it did this last week or two, you're going to have some sort of bump. Not quite this big of a bump usually, but like let's go look at /MES real quickly. And you will see just how much. So the low was 27, let's just say 27.30. Let's say you bought in at 27.30 because you're never going to catch it at the low. So let's say you bought in at 27.30, or hell, even for the level, let's say 27.50. So you bought in at 27.50 and you sold at 28.50, for example. So you made 100 points times $5. That's $500 of profit. And again, you only spent roughly what do we say? Around $690 to $695. So I mean, you almost doubled your money in less than a week, just by simply holding that one long contract. Now, obviously, like I said, this does not happen, like just this big of a move, too often. I mean, we had a 1%, over a 1% move alone just on Friday. I mean, if we go out a little bit further, I forgot that this hasn't been going on very long. So let's go back to the actual /ES, since there's obviously more room there because of time, since it just started a month ago with MES for the chart reasonings. But pretty much same exact move, of course. But as you can see, I mean, there's so many chances, especially as volatile as the market's been over the last 1 to 2 years now. Even in a directional market, just buy, like say the market gets directional again, which I don't think it will for a long time. I think we're in volatility until the next recession, personally. But let's say we get back in a directional market. Well, okay, just buy every dip. Every time you have one of these little dips like this, go ahead and buy, because you know what? The market is directional. It's going to keep going up, and you can make lots of money just by simply holding these contracts. Obviously, you can't hold them forever. You would at least have to close them every quarter or something like that. Every 2 to 3 months, you'd want to close these, because they won't let you actually exercise them, of course. That's another topic for a different video. But literally, guys, why would you actually just buy ETFs when you can buy a future and make a shit ton of money just trading these futures? I mean, that's why I really wanted to do this video, just because once I realized how affordable something like even Tastyworks, you do not have to have a lot of money for trading these, guys. A lot of people are telling me Ninja Trader, because it only costs about $50 per trade. Yeah, but I mean, you're literally so over leveraged, it's ridiculous. It's just not even, and you still have to have $400 minimum in the account to even trade. So you're already at $400. Go ahead and just do this trade for like $600-700 instead. It's just a lot better. It's a lot more safe, in my opinion. And like I said, I mean, you need a 0.5 point movement just to cover your cost basis. So I mean, I think Tastyworks personally is the best platform for this. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, or let me know on Discord what you guys think of Tastyworks in general. I know a lot of you options traders love Tastyworks. I mean, the platform was originally designed for options trading, but they're hopping into futures pretty heavy the last year or so too. But I'm definitely thinking about hopping into this. I'll probably start paper trading it in the Thinkorswim platform. If you guys don't know how to do that, all you got to do is obviously have Tastyworks. Then you just go over here to switch your account, and you can just switch over to paper money. I think I've actually been holding oil futures, or no, actually I haven't been. I haven't done any paper trades for a while, but then you can literally just go over to MES, and then we could literally place this trade. I would short right now personally. So you can see after your buying power effect here, for example, would be $693. So apparently TD Ameritrade's commissions for these micro mini futures are not as bad as I thought. I don't know why it's only $225. Apparently there's like no fees right now. Let me go back to my actual real-time account and see if it changes, because that could actually change things a little bit when it comes to doing Tastyworks or TD Ameritrade. I personally would still stick with Tastyworks. I think it would still be a little cheaper. Let's see if we want to place this trade, we want to sell, confirm. So it would be $2.47, and then how much would it be? So it is still a little bit cheaper. Yeah, it is still cheaper to do Tastyworks for sure, because as you sell, yeah, it's going to cost more still by about just under $1. So like I said, I still personally would use Tastyworks, but if you're not too worried about like that extra $1, since you would literally make it up just off of what, a quarter of a tick, then yeah, you could use whichever one at the end of the day. It's not that big of a difference, but it does add up. The more you trade, the more that dollar here, dollar there can really start to add up. I mean, those of you that actually day trade, you all know how much a dollar here, dollar there, I mean, it can add up to thousands of dollars over a period of a year. So I would still use Tastyworks for your actual trading. Ninja Trader, if you prefer that, I guess. I'm not going to suggest it personally, but then I still use TD Ameritrade for my charting, of course. So if we can get out of here, cancel. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely super interested now after just kind of finally being able to have the time to sit down and do a little bit of homework on these new micro mini futures. And I mean, say you don't want to do the S&P 500, you could also come down here to the Dow mini. It was up over 288 points also on Friday, and I don't know what the actual cost basis is for that. So the Dow, it's all the way over here. So it is a 50-cent move per contract. So, right, yeah, $50 per one tick, and obviously it moves half a point, I believe, at a time as well. So I would stick with the S&P 500 one personally. It's a lot more liquid, has a lot more movement for the most part, and liquidity is what it's all about whenever you're trying to hop in and out of these futures, because if there's not a buyer and if there's not a seller, it's going to be hard to get filled. Ask option traders. We know all about that when it comes to trading options. But I don't want to make this video too long. I know we kind of ranted on various different things, but I definitely suggest you guys, if you're looking to just get into the market, even if you're someone that is kind of a passive investor, futures is the way to go. And these micro mini futures are making it easier than ever for new guys to really kind of just get their feet wet. I mean, you can literally start with, if you go to Ninja Trader, as little as $400, and you're talking roughly $50 per trade. Again, I would not personally suggest that. I would suggest coming up with roughly $1,000 and then just placing a one contract trade on these S&P 500 micro e-mini futures. You're talking roughly $600 to $700 per trade right now, with, like we said, a $5 move per actual whole point, not quarter point. A quarter point, 0.25 of a point, is going to make you $1.25. So literally after half a point move, you're going to be breaking even, and then from there you're just all profit. So I definitely suggest you guys just look into it on the Tastyworks end, or like I said, Thinkorswim if you prefer Thinkorswim. Whichever platform you prefer, let me know in the comments if you guys have started trading micro mini futures, by the way, and which platforms have you used, or which ones are you using, and why do you like those so much. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it's really starting to pour down rain pretty hard here, and I don't want it to kind of mess up the video. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully you maybe took a thing or two from it. If you liked the video, definitely make sure to smash that like button. I greatly appreciate that. And like I said, if you're new to the channel and you made it through this far, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below and hitting that notification button. That way you'll be notified every time we go live or upload another informative video. And then lastly, like I said, if you're not already in there, check out our Discord group chat. That's also down in the description box. And if you're interested in Tastyworks, like I said, a little link that shows all their commissions and how they work and everything is also down in the description box. But until next time, guys, keep on going out there, making your profits, covering your profits, and achieving your financial freedom this year. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy, guys.